In a text conversation with his ex Whitney Rich over her birthday, David Eason sent pictures of Jenelle Evans and him in their dirty bedroom, which had trash and clothes all over the floor. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alana. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Please subscribe to my channel. So let's get started. Verified texts that Whitney received on May 5, 2022, from David's cell phone also depict the former Teen Mom 2-star brutally hitting his wife Jenelle. That afternoon, Jenelle's husband started talking to his former partner about who would pick up their 16-year-old daughter, Marissa. But the conversation soon took a turn that his former partner Whitney has deemed inappropriate. Angry with Jenelle, David initially posted a screen clip of his talks with his wife, in which the Teen Mom actress asks, "Are you going or me to get Kaiser?" In response, David says, "Marissa doesn't get picked up till 5:30 today." His ex-wife saw a screen grab of him talking to Jenelle, and he informed her, "Now this, I can never win. She is upset that I have 2 loads of washing." He posted a picture of Jenelle's bedroom in their North Carolina home with Whitney after writing, "She has the entire room covered with her clothes." The picture is of Jenelle and David's bedroom, with garments heaped on top of one another and almost covering the whole floor. Additionally, there is debris strewn across their dresser and trash all over the place. "This is all hers ***, really. Not a single item of clothing here belongs to me, but I'm a cleaning POS. I apologize, but I just need someone to talk to because JD is the only buddy I have, and he talks trash when he's drunk. Like tidying up my own mess is worse than lying." Elmao, David carried on his tirade. Whitney then returns the focus of the conversation to the original reason he had reached out: who will pick up their daughter? Speaking only to the U.S. Sun, Whitney deemed the conversation improper, and her spouse Shane Rich disclosed that he had been seated next to her during the whole day when the texting occurred. Whitney responded, "A bedroom is a couple's private space. That's their bedroom, their intimate place. It was crazy that he would send me photos of it. I was sitting right next to her," remarked Shane. "I told her to keep replying so I could see where David was taking all of this, while she showed me the texts that said things like, 'Can you believe this?'" David told his ex he always dreams about her in other texts he sent earlier this week, which were also from that day. Later that evening, during those conversations, David told Whitney, "You were perfect." Simply said, "You deserve so much more than what you've experienced. I'm saddened by it because of this. I consider it a lot. And you are always on my mind in my dreams. I have no idea how I got here as opposed to where I wanted to be. I have no idea how we got here as opposed to where I had intended for us to be." David continued, saying, "I'm just really angry right now. I also wish I could go back in time." According to Whitney, 35, Marissa had a phone since she was 8 years old, but aside from this conversation, the two had hardly communicated at all. "So all my communication was through her other than maybe a handful of times. It was shocking not to bring up the fact that he remained married. I was then and still am married. It was inappropriate and very unexpected." David hinted that he and Jenelle had been arguing in the texts. He once texted Whitney and said, "I let you and Marissa down, and to keep you, I ought to have done more. I'm about to lose my family and my little kid once more for no fault of my own." He informed his ex, "I don't see why life is so harsh." From what I can recall from them, they were on the verge of separating, Whitney stated to the U.S. Sun. They had been fighting at the time, and he gave the impression that they were about to break up, but I'm not sure what the argument was about. "I am aware that she launched her OnlyFans at about the same time." Whitney continued, "I'm not sure if that has anything to do with Jenelle's content endeavor." Whitney feels that David would have made an effort to meet up with her if she had seemed more receptive to his attempts. "I'm sure he would have tried to see me, considering what he was saying. This would be the end of a relationship for most people," she stated. I think when you are with someone and they were married to someone else, or in a long-term relationship with someone else, of course, that is the last person that you want them to be contacting, especially in that manner. Whitney declared, I would be leaving him if this were my marriage. I would have been really troubled by it and would have become upset. I would be furious. Additionally, Maurice's mother was quite clear that she did not want her ex getting in touch with her in this manner. I left him in July of 2012, so I don't want him dreaming about me. Considering how she's sleeping next to David and knowing he's been fantasizing about her the entire time, she continued, saying it would enrage her if she was Jenelle. When they're laying in bed together and he's dreaming about me all the time, that would hurt if I were Jenelle. I'd have to think about that too, she continued. Whitney added that following all of that, David contacted her once more a few days following the text conversation. Then, 3 days after these texts, he sent me a message saying, I hope you had a happy Mother's Day, as my birthday falls around Mother's Day every year. And I replied, yes, thank you. 2012 saw the end of David and Whitney's 6-year marriage. In 2015, he moved on with Jenelle, and 2 years later, they were married. This occurs shortly before the adolescent's third attempt to escape, when David was accused of abusing Jenelle's son Jace. The defendant unlawfully and willingly did, being the parent of Jace V. Evans, who was a child, less than 16 years of age, inflict physical injury on that child, reads David's criminal summons, which were first made public by the U.S. Sun. Their right arm and both the left and right sides of their neck bore marks from the physical harm, which was not the result of an accident. Jace is also back living with his grandma Barbara, who reared him after Child Protective Services took care of him as a result of the alleged incident.